Let's go to the next story. We'll see. Well, let's go to the next story. So Epstein, okay?
Yeah.
Ron DeSantis yesterday comes out, and you saw what, Rob, if you want to, do we have that story here, Rob, somewhere? DeSantis, right there, okay, page 4. Ron DeSantis signs legislation, okay, to authorize the release of Jeffrey Epstein's grand jury documents. New legislation signed by Florida Governor will allow public release of the jury's transcript from 2006 probe into Epstein's abuse of underage girls. The new measure goes into effect July 1st. Epstein pleaded guilty to state charges and sentenced to 18 months in jail. After cutting a deal with federal prosecutors in 2008, he was required to register as a sex offender. The law would shed some light on the grand jury testimony and would have limited exceptions to provide greater insight. DeSantis said the public deserves to know who participated in the Epstein sex trafficking. Sure. Nobody should be protected from facing justice due to their wealth or status, and those who harm children should be exposed and punished to the fullest extent of law. Tim, what do you think is going to happen here with Epstein? You think we're really going to eventually find out who the people are or not?
I don't know. I mean, they keep doing this, right? This is like the 9th time they've said this. They're like, no one should be above the law. Yeah. I mean, it's like, this is all they say all the time. They go, no one should be above the law. And you go, okay. And then nothing really ever happens. It's the same 5 people you've heard. It's like Prince Andrew. It's the same people. And then they go, well, we're going to now release this thing. I don't know. I think you have to wait and see if you ever figure out. If these people all run the world and they all have all this money and they all have all this power, and I think all of those things are true, I believe those things. I mean, are people knocking on the door? Like, I can't imagine that we're gonna find out all of the perpetrators of these acts.
You think there's going to be Ghislaine, she's the fall guy or fall girl, and that's who it is, and that's the only accountability?
I don't know. Things are so chaotic now that you could see stuff leaking, but I mean, has the other shoe dropped? Have we? They've also done this amazing job, right? And I've made fun of them for this on my show, is they've been like, well, all these names are out, but this means nothing. It proves nothing. It suggests nothing. Clinton was on his plane a bunch of times, and he's mentioned 50 times in the documents, but it doesn't mean anything. The media comes out and goes, it doesn't mean anything. It's just, I think they've watered it down to the point where, like, whatever names come out now, people are going to go, well, yeah, but that doesn't mean they did anything. It just means that they knew the guy. They've done a good job of watering down what these things actually mean. Mm-hmm. And to a point where I think people are kind of like, well, sure, he was mentioned 50 times in the, the court documents. Yeah. But what does that even mean?
And the media has also done a good job, because nobody's reading those documents. They just look at pictures. And they've also done a good job of infusing a couple Trump pics in there. Even though he wasn't on the plane or it wasn't. Yeah. But they'll infuse that to be like, well, they're all doing it.
You got one gift for Christmas. Yeah. Okay. Santa's only going to do one for you. Yeah. Okay. Out of all this stuff that you could find out about, like who was behind what the election fraud, Trump 2020, did anybody, was there something going on there? Right. China, COVID, were they behind it? And Fauci's involvement with, all the additional thing in IH. 100% list of the names on Epstein, every single thing you can know with this. John F. Kennedy assassination, who was behind it? You put that on the list as well. The moon landing, was it real? Was it not real? 9/11, was Lex Wexner behind it and all these other money people? And, was it an explosion? Was it this? If out of all of those things, you can, by the way, Hunter Biden laptop, the big guy, the money.
Yeah. Roswell, New Mexico, aliens.
Choose any of those guys, you can have one gift from Santa. Which one do you want?
9/11 is where I grew up with 9/11. That was the seminal event of my childhood. So to me, I would want to know what the deal is a little bit more than I do. I'm not even saying that it's like an inside thing, but I would want to know, like, why did we protect Saudi Arabia? Were those guys
run a poll? I'm curious, people, if you're listening as well. But go, what do we run the intelligence?
Yeah, like what's the deal? Exactly how it happened, up to the minute how it happened. Is it exactly what they say? I would just be interested in that, because that was a big event of my childhood. Is it minute for minute exactly what they say? Are those 19 guys random guys from the Middle East? Were they trained intelligence people? How did all of that happen? That to me would be very interesting. I think I know a lot of the other ones, or at least I'm of the belief that the Epstein thing would not shock you. If the names came out about the Epstein thing, it wouldn't shock you. It'd be a bunch of billionaires and world leaders. You'd go, right. You wouldn't be shocked. Kennedy would be the CIA. Wouldn't shock you. COVID would be a joint lab of the U.S. and China in Wuhan, where there might have been a leak. Was it intentional or not? We don't know, but that's all kind of there. RFK's book talks about that. You know, I don't know that those would be that shocking. They might be. I don't know. You know, the laptop, Hunter Biden is a good question. I mean, I don't know, you know? I love, by the way,
what's at the top of your list,
What's
BBD?
the top of your list?
I got one, but
I was going to say, because being from
and
New
by the way,
York,
you may even say something I haven't even said.
See, yeah, because I'm a big, mind you, I don't believe absolutely nothing, and I worked for the government. I was in the military.
And knowing you may even say the flu game for Michael. I mean, you can, it's because priorities are different, right? For people.
Different priority.
Go ahead.
But because we know, I'm saying my firm opinion, we know what happened with 9/11. I would definitely love to know what the plan was. What did they put explosives in to make sure everything went down? I'd love to know that. But right now, the hottest thing on my list right now, I would want every single one of those tapes that they have of Epstein, that he recorded everything. I want that played, and I want to show every single one of these assholes, from Clinton to everybody. Hold on, in the courtroom, huge, not a regular one, big courtroom, and I want to play because they have those tapes. That's Bill Clinton right there? That's you with the underage girl? Put his ass in jail. I want accountability for every child, every underage child that's been their lives ruined by all these elites, and I want accountability held by all these assholes.
I'm shocked you didn't say the Taylor Swift thing. I mean, you've been ranting and raving on that forever.
I already know the truth about her.
Okay.
She's
playing for the NFL.
She's a witch. But anyway.
What do you got?
What do you got?
I mean, all of these are completely explainable. 9/11, sometimes some of the stuff, you know, coincidence theories, to use that term.
Thank you.
You know, it could have just been as simple as these Islamic hijackers inspired by Osama bin Laden, wanted to crash the planes, okay? It could have just been as simple as the CIA and was it Alan Dulles, and he was fired after the Bay of Pigs invasion, and your buddy Sirhan, you know, with the Bobby Kennedy situation. CIA. It could just be as simple as Epstein was doing some weird, shady shit, blackmailing people. I'm giving you a couple different things. Anything that has to do with aliens and space, I want to know what the hell's going on.
And here's why. And by the way, and this is not to insult you.
Yes.
That is the conspiracy for stupid people.
Aliens?
Aliens. It's just under ghosts in terms of what dumb people want to know about. It's the thing
you see Air Force people talking about it.
When aliens or ghosts come up, dumb people's eyes bulge out of their head. They go, yes, it's my time. You know why? Because we don't know shit about shit. We have these other ones affect our lives. We know the people. As you said, they should be brought to justice.
Listen, there was just an alien sighting in Miami. Everyone saw him, bro. Everyone saw him.
I woke up to that in Miami at the mall with the aliens. I go, who cares if it's true?
Do you think we landed on the moon?
Probably.
You can't even stand for something, Tim.
There's no effect on my life.
The aliens?
Aliens have no effect on our lives. None.
What about the illegal aliens coming through the border?
Sorry. I mean, now, by the way, good and bad, you know, but.
Yeah. You know what Biden's calling them now, by the way?
What?
They're no longer illegal aliens. They're now called newcomers.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Welcome newcomers to America.
Does that sound better?
It's branding, guys. Everyone thinks Trump's the branding guy and the marketing guy. Right. The newcomers. Here it is right here. Biden's visit to the Mexico border. He called the illegal immigrants coming from the country. Hey, welcome, newcomers.
That sounds...
Come on, bienvenido.
That sounds better when one of them kills a girl like Lake in
Georgia, yeah.
22-year-old. Ready for this? She was killed by an illegal alien, or a newcomer raped and murdered her. It has it softens it.
Rob. So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.